The new Honda NX500 and CFMOTO 450MT or Ibex 450 in the US might look like rivals on paper, but these two bikes take very different approaches to adventure. With a larger engine, the NX has a slight edge in outright power. It makes about 5 more horsepower than the MT at the same RPM, while torque is much closer, with the NX producing just 1 Nm more. But there's a little more to the story. These are global spec figures, and power can vary depending on the market. For example, in the US, the 450MT, sold there as the Ibex 450, makes around 44 horsepower and 44 Nm of torque. Then we get to weight, and this is where the MT fights back. It's about 14 kilos lighter than the NX. But despite carrying those extra kilos, the NX still comes out slightly ahead when you look at the power-to-weight ratio. Both bikes use parallel twin engines, but they have quite different characters. The NX sticks with a more traditional 180-degree crank, basically the same setup Honda uses across its 500cc family, including the CBR 500R, Rebel 500, and CB 500. It's the sensible, well-proven option. Sounds a bit like a lawnmower, but Honda clearly wasn't interested in reinventing the wheel here. And it's not like Honda can't build a 270-degree twin. They already have one in the Transalp. They just need to adapt it for a smaller, more affordable platform. The MT, meanwhile, gets a 270-degree crank, giving it more of that V-twin-like sound and feel. And despite the NX having 500 in its name, the actual displacement is 471cc, so it's only about 20cc bigger than the MT. The MT also runs a higher compression ratio, helping it get more performance out of that smaller engine. One of the big updates for the NX is Honda's e-clutch. Basically, you can pull away, shift through the gears, and come to a stop without touching the clutch lever. But if you want to take over and use the clutch yourself, you still can, so you get the convenience without giving up control. You get 3 color options with the MT: blue, black, and gray. Honda gives the NX 3 options as well: white, bluish green, and black. For bikes in this class and price range, you can't really expect a huge list of fancy electronics, and honestly, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Fewer complicated systems means fewer things to worry about when you're miles away from home. Both bikes use basic ABS without lean sensitivity, since neither has an IMU. The NX gets an advantage with Honda's e-clutch, while the MT counters with an adjustable windscreen. Beyond that, they're pretty evenly matched. Neither gets ride-by-wire or riding modes, but both do come with basic traction control and a TFT display with built-in Bluetooth connectivity. Moving on to the chassis, the NX uses a diamond-type tubular steel frame, while the MT goes with a chromoly steel trellis frame. Both get upside-down forks up front, but the MT has the upper hand with rebound and compression adjustment. It's the same story at the rear, where the MT shock is more adjustable as well. Braking is another area where the MT pulls ahead. The NX sticks with a budget-friendly 2-piston axial-mounted front caliper, while the MT gets a beefier 4-piston radial-mounted setup, which should offer better feel and stronger stopping power. While both are middleweight adventure bikes, their wheel and tire choices say a lot about what they were really built for. The NX runs a 19-inch front and 17-inch rear with wider tires, giving it quicker steering, better grip on tarmac, and a more confidence-inspiring feel through the corners. It's clearly designed for riders who spend most of their time on the road, with the occasional light off-road detour. The CFMOTO, meanwhile, sticks to the classic adventure formula with a 21-inch front and 18-inch rear, wrapped in narrower tires. That larger front wheel rolls over rocks, ruts, and rough terrain much more easily, while the narrower tires dig into loose gravel and sand instead of floating on top. The differences don't stop at the wheels. The MT also has a longer wheelbase, and significantly more ground clearance than the NX. The longer wheelbase adds stability over rough terrain, while the extra ground clearance lets you tackle obstacles with less risk of scraping the underside. The NX500, on the other hand, has a shorter wheelbase and lower ground clearance, making it feel more agile on the road and easier to manage in everyday riding. The trade-off is that it isn't as capable once the trail gets more challenging. Meanwhile, fuel tank capacity is identical on both bikes. So if most of your riding is on pavement with the occasional dirt road, the NX500 is the better fit. But if you plan on spending more time exploring trails and rough terrain, the MT has the clear advantage. As for pricing, the CFMOTO, sold as the Ibex 450 in the US, starts at $6,499, making it $400 cheaper than the NX. So, which one gets your money, the NX or the MT? Let me know down below. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for more.